I don't know if you guys know this. The Miami Dolphins are in the playoffs. We're going to do some film breakdown. What is up, Finn fans? Yes, another video just focusing on Skylar Thompson. Again, it's a situation where I don't know, and a lot of people don't know, if Tua is going to play Sunday in Buffalo. Because we know wild card. It feels good. We don't know yet. We don't know at what stage in the protocol. Barry Jackson said some things. I'm going to make a video about specifically Tua and is he going to play, isn't he going to play. That'll probably come out tomorrow. Once I get more and more information and once we know more and more about what stage of the protocol he's in and all that good stuff. But for now, I want to do the film breakdown. I'm just focusing on Skylar Thompson. There's like a few runs in there that I put in there. No defense. I'm not breaking down any defensive film. Defense did their thing, held the opponent, the Jets, to 6. It's the same things, right? Giving the wide receivers too many cushions. Joe Flacco got the ball out quick because of that, and the pass rush couldn't get to him. It was a lot of stuff, which is good on their offense coordinator because you realize, hey, my offensive line's hot garbage. They're going to send a ton of pressure at me. I got to get the ball quick out. That was in English, but you know what I'm trying to say. So we're just going to focus on Skylar. There's some things I noticed, like I always do, and I jot down things, right? He did what Mike McDaniel asked him to do, right? He didn't turn the ball over. Don't be a hero. All that stuff, right? There are some plays we're going to break down where he could have been more decisive with his throws. He has the arm, and I'm going to show you plays today where he shows that he has the arm and he shows he has the accuracy. And I'm going to show you plays that if he did the same thing he did here, it would have been fantastic. But we'll go to that, and then the high count. I'm going to show you. A lot of people thought he was doing this because he couldn't hear anything, because they were having troubles with the mics. At one point, they were using a walkie-talkie to get the plays to Skylar. Some people thought him doing this meant he couldn't hear anything, and then the ball got snapped to him. I'll show you a play before that where that's what they do. It's like an audible or something. I'll show you. I'll show you all that good stuff. But let's jump into it. Let's get right into it. No more beating around the bush. No more wasting you guys' time. We're going to jump right into it. Third down play to Tyreek. Good pass. Very good pass by Skylar here. A little low. Still good. Not much I could say here. He had options. He had this option. He had it was a bunch of comebacks. So he had a bunch of options. This one would have been harder because of the defender. Obviously, the defender's now moving down because of the pass to Tyreek. But if he had the option, this would have probably been a better one. He could have got more yards off of this. Good pass, kind of low, but he caught it. So there's that. This is the first down. It's an incompletion, and it's tipped. Right? When I saw it live, I was like, oh, this is such a bad pass because it's so far behind Tyreek here, because you're going to have Tyreek down here, and he's going to be running an in route. And he throws it like behind him, right? At one point, Tyreek's about here, and he throws the ball about here. And C.J. Mosley seems to get his hand on it. But I don't think him hitting it took it off the trajectory enough where I think it still was far behind. You tell me. See how it was like it was behind him? Now he tips it, but and I'll show you from another angle, even with the tip, right? He tips it there. That ball is still on the trajectory of being almost intercepted and behind Tyreek. He should have wanted to put that ball out in front of him a little bit more, which is still, again, hard to do when you got the linebackers playing here. I see what Skylar wanted. He wanted to try to fit it in this lane, right? So that's why the pass was kind of behind him versus putting it out in front where he'd have to throw it through this lane right at C.J. Mosley. He'd have to put it over him. So I see why he did what he did, but it was behind him. So, kind of wanted to put it out in front of him a little bit more. But he definitely tipped it. But I don't think he tipped it enough to throw it off that far behind him. This is a second down play. That was a first down play. This is a second down play. He checks it down to Mike Gesicki here. And I'm checking to see if he could have gotten more out of it, because you're facing a very good Jets defense that's very good at swarming the ball and making the tackles. So when I initially watched this, when he throws it, they did a very good job of covering, right? You have Waddle here, and this would be an incredibly tight throw. Obviously 57 here. I think that's CJ Mosley is not even paying attention, so he possibly could have dropped it in there, but sketchy to say the least. You also had, I think this is Tyreek right here, possibility here, but these two guys seem to be coming down on that. So he makes the play to the flat. And again, that was only second down. So it's not that bad of a pass or indecision. This is third down. This is probably, is this my favorite pass? This might be my favorite pass of the game and my favorite pass by Skylar. Just let it play out. Yeah. This is remember just like maybe about like 5 minutes ago, I said, I'm going to show you a play that shows me Skylar can make these throws if he trusts himself more. This is the play. Rolling out to your right, and he hits Tyreek where he needs to, and it's a great pass. This is why, and a lot of people are like, Doug, why are you so critical of Skylar? You're nitpicking this, and that. It's because I know he can make the throws. It's the same reason I get on Tua about his inconsistencies. Is the same reason I'm going to get on Skylar for his, because I know he can make the throws. I know he has a stronger arm than Tua, so he can make some of the deeper throws, some of the outs that Tua can't make. That is why I'm as critical, if not more, on Skylar, especially, and also because Brock Purdy's doing very well. All right, dropping back at this point. He has a clean pocket, can possibly move over here. I'll show you from another angle about that. Not really open. Nothing's really open. Feels the pressure coming. Shell had a bad game. He starts to roll out Autobots, like the decision. Covered, still waiting. And he gets his little window. Boom. Hits it. I'm going to show you from a different angle here. Like, he possibly could have stayed in the pocket a little bit. Stepped up, hit Gesicki. But I don't mind the rollout. And then you just, great throw. Absolutely great throw. Like I said, my favorite of the game. Might be my favorite of his in the past two games. Absolutely love the throw. This is that was third down too. This is first down pass to Durham Smythe. The fact that he gets this ball off, it's great. Again, is another good throw here. Some play action, drop him back, pressure in his face. Boom. Great throw, great catch. You got to give Smythe some credit for that catch as well. No one's open at this point, right? The guy that he wants to hit is open. So what his thoughts? I'm going to put it out here. Takes a hit to do it. Great throw. And that's what I'm talking about. It's a great throw. And I know if he can make that throw while taking a hit and it has enough velocity on there to get out there for Smythe to catch it, the roll out, the dot to Tyreek Hill, he can make the throws. So that's why I'm overly critical of him. Now I'm going to show you the high snap, essentially, not ready. And I'm showing you this. This isn't the snap, but see Skylar touching his helmet? And then you notice that these guys touch their helmets. He's not saying I can't hear anything. He's changing the play. And then you see Jeff Wilson looking over at him, and he's essentially letting him know. See a little hand motion behind him, and the play happens. It's going to run, and I'm audibling it to a run. Changing the play, looks over at Jeff, puts his hand behind his back. You're going that way. We're running this ball. So what does he do here? Changes the play. Snap over his head. And we lost about 20 yards on that play. So it wasn't I can't hear. He wasn't saying I can't hear. I don't know if Connor Williams was on a different snap count or what, but he was audibling. He was audibling, and then Connor Williams snapped the ball. Connor Williams got a horrible PFF grade for this, and Connor Williams got charged for the fumble, not Skylar. So now, after that, we get the ball back again. This is both defenses did very good. This is a first down play here, and that's what I like that he had enough time to get the ball to the drop down, but this is what bothered me during the game, because I know for a fact when you could see it when he either pats the ball or he pumps a lot. It's his indecisiveness, and it's him not trusting himself. And I just showed you 2 plays where the kid has an arm that he can make the throws, and I'll show you where he wanted to put this ball. Right, he wanted to hit him. He wanted to hit Tyreek. And this is where I jotted down, don't turn the ball over, don't be a hero. I feel like Mike McDaniel was like, listen, you're still raw in some aspects of your game, this and that. We're going to let the defense do the defensive things because their offense is hot garbage. Take what's given to you, don't be a hero. Because if this was a 5-year vet, if this was anyone else, they're throwing that. See how he wants to? See how he steps up? You throw that. Tyreek's going to catch it. But he's not trusting himself. And I don't think he's trusting Tyreek because he hasn't worked with Tyreek much. It took Tua a while to get used to Tyreek's speed and trusting him and stuff. So I just want to show you that. Third down here. See how he hesitates? That's what I'm talking about. Drops back. He wants to throw it now. That's also pass interference. He is mauling him. I think this is where we wanted to call for holding. He's mauling him. Sauce Gardner gets away with it so much. So flippin' much. Grabbing his jersey and just all over him. Not letting him run his route. Sauce Gardner is his best corner. He doesn't allow touchdowns. Yeah, because he commits penalties that aren't called. And he puts it where he should be if he wasn't getting mauled. This isn't on Skylar. We're moving on. That's not on Skylar. That's such hot garbage. I can't. I noticed it all game. Sauce is just grabbing. I'm seeing jerseys getting pulled as guys are trying to run their routes, and and then he gets all cocky when pulling it. This is 3rd and 1 here. Jeff Wilson, the lane that he gets. He squeaks through, and then, he knows it too. He knows it. It's such a, and this is what I like about Jeff Wilson. It's a small lane. Great block by Smythe. Great block by Shell. Great block by Hunt, taking his guy down to the ground. Small lane, and it's not staying open long. Durham Smythe got pushed into it, but he squeaks through. And if he just makes number 3 miss, that's 6. Oh, so close. Our run game has gotten substantially better every week. That's a big thing that the Dolphins should really prioritize against the Buffalo Bills, especially because the last time we played the Bills in Buffalo, we were running all over them. The run game has gotten better over and over and over again. This is the 3rd down here. This is what I'm saying. You see why I'm overcritical of Skylar. Because he can make the throws. Right? Shell, allowing pressure in his face, rolls out to his right. 2 guys coming down on him. Sees his guy getting open. Now, he's not going to throw across his body, so everything on this side of the field is obsolete. Boom. Hits his guy. Great throw. He can make the throws. That is why I get so aggravated during live games, and that's why I'm so critical of him now, is because I know he can do it. I see such great potential in him. He's going to be such a good quarterback. He's got to trust himself. You can do it. You can make these throws. I've seen you make these throws. This is the second down play, right? And live, when the pass gets to Gesicki, and a lot of times live you don't see where the defender breaks off to go towards where the ball's thrown. So this pass I don't like because it seems like he's forcing it to Gesicki, and I wish he would have thrown this to Wilson instead. So Jeff Wilson's going to come in motion here. He's going to drop back. He has time too, right? He has a ton of time. All of these routes are coming to the right. He has time. He could step up in the pocket. You know, you have two guys blocking each other. Love seeing it. But he could step up in the pocket. He has enough time. But he tries to get it to Gesicki here. That's not... Let me see if... I could see why he wanted to throw it. Right? Because before he throws it, this is his window that he wants to throw it, right? But my problem is I'm seeing Sauce Gardner backpedal. I would have preferred him to try to toss it to Jeff Wilson, especially because Sauce is backpedaling. Get it out to Jeff right away. Have him go upfield. That was second down. Get another down out of that one. And then we end up for a field goal. And now we're in a hurry up. This is second down in a hurry up. Again, another nice pass. Love it. And I like that he went through his reads. Right? Drops back, has time. Looking over here. Not really seeing it. Comes back. Middle of the field's open. Because that's how this defense is playing right now. We're in a 2-minute offense. I don't think we had any timeouts at this point. They're not going to give us the sidelines. They're going to give us the middle of the field. He hits Jalen Waddle across the middle of the field. He wanted Tyreek. That's what he was looking at. He wanted Tyreek here. That's what he's looking at. And he's like, nah, I don't have it. I'm going to hit Jalen Waddle across the middle. Great pass. Keeps the ball moving. This is a sack. Second down. This essentially ended it. We went into the half. You can see they're sending the pressure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know if they send 7. They might send 7. Nope. They send 5. Free rusher here. At no point is anyone open or ready for a pass. So this sack is not on Skylar. And we go into the half. Now, after the half, again, I think at this point it's still 3-3. This is third down. I like that he got rid of the ball, right? And again, he has enough arm strength to get rid of the ball. Horrible blocking from Shell here. And at this point, again, you look to see if anyone's open. Possibly could have hit Gesicki here, but at the point, see, again, it's the anticipation that he needs to learn. Also, was it within 5 yards? Because this man's getting mauled. Sherfield. You know your route, right? So, boom, just get that ball out there on third down. But I like that he stepped up. He tried to make some moves. He got rid of the ball. This is fourth down. And this isn't about Sherfield. I just really like this play. And I like the play call from Mike McDaniel here. I like the pitch to the outside. Because they're expecting, on this 4th and 1, 2, 3, 4, 4th and 5. The cojones of this man. They're expecting it all on the inside. You have you have a tight formation here. You got two guys here. You got some motion here, which is showing its zone. They drop back. Your defense is here. I just really like the play call. I don't know what it is. I just really like that play call. So we convert. We get the first down there. This play essentially killed what could have been a potential touchdown drive. And when I watched it live, I was like, what on God's green earth was the play, or what was the thought process of these two individuals, Shell and Robert Hunt? What was the thought process here? I don't understand it. Watch who they block. Nobody. And it's like a 10-yard loss. Like, what is the play design? Let the guys go and then block in front of them and then hope and pray to God that they decide they bite on this instead of this, or they bite on the second or the third of the RPO options. It's like, just it dumbfounded me. I just wanted to show it, and it just made no sense to me at all. And then this is third down. Now, how is that not a penalty? I thought you can't dive at the feet or below the knees of a quarterback. Also, that could have been pass interference. How is this not a penalty? Am I missing something here? You can't do that anymore. This is a Tom Brady rule. Again, he still gets the ball off, and I don't know how that's not pass interference. But looking at it, a lot of times when I look at these types of plays, right, when he plants his foot at this point, is anyone open that he can get the ball to? Possibly could hit Tyreek here on his out route. Definitely could have hit Jeff Wilson here. But again, it's third and long. We got to get down to the third because of the dumb play by Robert Hunt and Shell. Right? He has time here. Definitely, he could have thrown this sooner. I think that's the play, and I think that's what he should have done. Right? Throw it to Tyreek right here. Now. And because all of a sudden you got them pulling, and then he just has to be the linebacker. That's the play. But again, I don't know how that's not a rough in the passer penalty. Dove had his legs. You're not allowed to dive below the knees. It's a Tom Brady rule. Whatever. This is a second down play here. And when I saw this play live, I was thinking to myself, I'm like, is this for Gesicki? It's, I'll take it all day, every day. Because like I said, when I saw it live, I was like, I don't think that pass was for Gesicki. And honestly, watching it as many times as I did, his arm gets hit right here. He's trying to hit Tyreek. I am 100% sure he's trying to hit Tyreek, because that is a duck, right? He catches it, and I'll show you from the other angle to show you the trajectory of the ball and how 100%, right? He gets his arm hit, and that thing is wobbling, right? You could see he wanted to hit Tyreek here, and just so happened got it to Gesicki, because that definitely was the play. Tyreek on a go route. Because he's looking at Tyreek. He's not looking at Gesicki. He is straight up looking at Tyreek. Arm got hit. Just so happened Gesicki was in the right place at the right time. Straight up looking at Tyreek. And just right place, right time. I'll take it all day, every day. This is third down play here. See, I like that he's trying to make something out of nothing here. Gets it to Gesicki. Should have got it to Gesicki earlier. Right? Plants his foot. This is when I always stop it, right? Like if it's a sack or if it's incomplete or whatever. Whenever I watch film, I don't care who the quarterback is. When they stop and they plant their foot, I always pause it to kind of see who's open. Who's a possibility here, right? Gesicki. Again, it's third down. So he'd have to get through these guys to get to the first down marker. Also, Sherfield up here is a potential. You get it to him, he could definitely get up to the first down marker. Still got time. You hit Gesicki. The fact he had time to move his head, to me, hit Gesicki, right? See how we like hit Gesicki, which he eventually does do, but too little, too late because the defenders are swarming him. This is the first down play here. See, it's the again. I'll do what I normally do, which is once he gets situated to throw, let's see if anyone's open. All right, play action here. Boom. He doesn't trust himself, right? I've noticed that, and I keep saying it. He's looking here. Just let it rip. You have him. Was this first down? Yeah, it's first down. Let it rip. You have him. He's not going to get there fast enough. Let it rip. But he didn't trust himself because that's what he wanted. See how he wants to throw it? You had him. Let it rip. Then over here. Throw it here. He has the arm strength to get the ball there in enough time that this defender is not going to get his feet planted and come back. You have him. Throw it. He just takes a second too long. And again, I showed you him rolling out to his right, hitting Tyreek Hill. I showed you him taking a hit to the face, hitting Durham Smythe. I showed you the plays where he can make these throws. So me being nitpicky is warranted. This is a first down. I really like the climbing of the pocket on this one. That's why I want to show you guys this one. Little play action here. He's got pressure on him. I love the climbing of the pocket. But to me, he did not have to take off. All right. Get the pressure, step up. You didn't have to take off here. You can hit Tyreek right here. You can hit Tyreek here. You can hit him. What down is this? This is first down. You got options. You got 1, 2. You even got Sherfield down here. You can't really see him. 1, 2, 3. You got options. And you could have stepped up here. Right? Because your blockers are doing this now. You could have stepped up this way. And you definitely could have hit Tyreek, who's coming back down. You had he didn't have to run. He did not have to take off running. Not at all. And if you wanted to take off running, right, this way is the way you should have took off running. You would get the first down if you take off running this way instead of take off running towards defenders. I got 3 more plays for you. Hope you're enjoying it. This is second down. Sorry, 2 more plays. See what I'm talking about? I just said it, right? Really love, right? Climbing the pocket, keeping his eyes down the field. Look when he throws it. Perfect timing, anticipation. He can do it. So me being nitpicky and me pointing out plays where this is open, could have done this instead of running and this and that, it's because I see him do it. And the last play I'm going to show you is the horse collar because a lot of Jet fans got real mad about this one. This essentially won the game for the Dolphins, this horse collar play, because it gave us 15 extra yards on top of this, and they thought, that's not horse collar. "100% horse collar." And there's the misconception that you need to put your hand in the padding. No. If you read the rules, it says from the bottom of the nameplate up, you're not allowed to grab and pull back. He is pulling his whole nameplate down and back. That is horse collar. But overall, after watching some more film on Skylar, now we're facing Buffalo. You have to be able to go tit for tat with Buffalo, especially on offense. You got to answer, right? They score, we score. They score, we score. The past 2 games we played Buffalo this year, it was a lot of that, right? You know, even in Buffalo, they scored, we scored, and then at one point we had the lead because our defense is not good. And Garrett Wilson torched X. Stephon Diggs is going to torch X. Like it's going to be a bloodbath. We need to be able to answer. Can Skylar Thompson do it if 2 is a no-go? If he trusts himself more and if he trusts his arm, because he's going to need to have to make the big boy throws. And I showed you instances where he can make them, and I showed you instances where he should have made them. But overall, after watching this, I feel more comfortable, and I'm going to give Sky a little bit more credit than I did. I said he didn't play good, but he didn't play bad. I think he played good. I will change my tune on that. I think he played good. I don't think he won the game. I don't think he did enough to win the game, but I think he played good. I think he made the throws. I think he should have made more, and I think if he made those more, I think they would have scored more. But again, like I said, this kid, I'm very excited to see what he can do in the future. But that's what I got for you. Like I said, tomorrow I'm going to maybe give an update and talk about should Tua play or not on Sunday. Hopefully we get more information. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoy this. Hope you guys enjoy this new format of doing the film breakdowns, just focusing on one aspect of the game instead of giving you these long-winded film breakdowns. But other than that, like usual, stay classy. Have fins up.